Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall, formerly known as Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall, is a historic building in Kuala Lumpur.
That's good.
It is located in the Chinese quarter of Kuala Lumpur at the end of the older Petaling Street, which is modern-day Jalan Maharaja Lela. Placed opposite it is Bulatan Merdeka and the iconic Chan Shi Shu Yuan Clan Ancestral Hall. Within its immediate vicinity is the new PNB 118, still under construction. The hall was built between 1925 to 1934 and is conceived out of a great need to unify clan associations of different dialects such as the Cantonese, the Hokkiens, Hainanese, and the Teochews. It was a prime venue where meetings for different trade and cultural associations were held, most notably the Associated Chinese Chamber of Commerce and Chinese Miners Association of various states. After World War II, the hall became a representative body striving for the rights and interests of the Chinese community. The hall began to be a venue to facilitate various political discussions, notably the Malayan Chinese Association or MCA. Over the years, the hall would play an important role in the independence of Malaysia. The hall bore witness to the meeting between UMNO and MCA in 1952 that led to the forming of the Alliance Party, who successfully obtained independence in the year 1957. The hall would continue to hold such important meetings. Its history will be marked with societal breakthroughs and socio-political controversy. The hall was gazetted as a heritage building by the National Heritage Department in July 2007, being one of the 50 national heritage properties in the country. The hall would later receive 500,000 ringgit grant from the government for refurbishment and restoration work to equip the hall for modern use. These Chinese immigrants excelled and thrived in most cities. Many of them started trading businesses while others set up kongsis and were involved in tin ore and gold mining. In the 19th century, Kuala Lumpur would become an important administrative center. There was also a tin mining haven. Hence, Chinese immigrants densely populated the town and participated in these kongsis to mine tin ore. By the earlier 20th century, a structurally stable Chinese society gradually took shape in Malaya. During this period, a variety of Chinese associations mushroomed out of practical needs. Apart from clan associations, there were also trade, social, cultural, recreational, and locality organizations. As such, a venue to unite these Chinese communities was deemed necessary, and KLSCAH was eventually built to hold meetings and events for the different associations. The notable history of Kuala Lumpur Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall is as such. In 1901, Kapitan Yap Kuan Sing applied for a piece of land to build a Chinese Miners Association. He successfully obtained it. In 1914, the land was claimed back by the British colonization government due to the inactivity of the land for many years. Lokiu then reapplied the land to build an office for the Miners Association and a Chinese Assembly Hall. In August 1923, the proposed use of the land was announced, that is to build Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall, or SCAH. Architecture drawing of SCAH was completed and approved in the year 1925. By 1934, construction of the building completed and the Sultan of Selangor was present for the opening ceremony of the hall. Through the 1950s and 60s, renovation work was being carried out after years of the building being used. Extensions of the main hall was also done. In the 1970s, the existing land was divided for road construction purposes due to the town council requisition. In 1983, a request to demolish the hall was sent to propose a 22-story commercial building. This was rejected. In 1988, an application for extension works of the hall got approved with the condition that the original appearance and architectural style is retained. In the next few years, major renovation works to further expand the hall was done in phases. In 1995, the first phase of extension work was done at the back of the hall, where the Center for Malaysian Chinese Studies and canteen were built. In 1997, the second phase of extension work was done. This included two sides of the main hall, ground floor to second floor. In 2005, renovation work to meeting rooms on the first floor and the dome were carried out. In 2005, renovation work to the meeting rooms on the first floor and dome were carried out. In 2006, the hall was renamed as Kuala Lumpur and Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall, or KLSCH. In 2007, the hall was declared as a National Cultural Heritage Building. In 2008, renovation works were continued. The concrete balconies built during the renovation in the 1950s were torn down and replaced with glass shading. In 2014, services in the building were upgraded and there was an overhaul in the spatial usage in the building. Through the decades, certain facilities in the building would become worn due to usage and some become obsolete. As such, there is continuous renovations being carried out since the 1950s, with the latest being in 2014. As of today, we see expansions done to the side wings where large hall activities may spill out in two. The main hall is used for various events, able to accommodate up to 1,400 people. The existing meeting rooms were preserved from the original ones. Here, people could have private functions. On the second floor, newer meeting rooms were built to cater to modern use. The old secretariat room was maintained but underwent refurbishments. An existing meeting room was preserved from the original layout of the building. The auditorium was refurbished with rig seats and glass curtain walls. Extensions were done to the second floor level. New theatre halls are set in place. Kuala Lumpur Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall's architecture is comprised of the broad style of New Classicism as it was built by British architects during the colonial era. Few obvious elements that demonstrate this are the arcades and colonnades found within the main hall. The colonial style is resonant in the concept of a central space with triple volume ceilings. Perhaps the most distinct style that can be seen is Palladianism. The use of the portico, dome and the building's symmetry and proportion suggests this. The dome is a distinct feature that is often absent from Chinese buildings. Columns inspired by Doric and Ionic orders of ancient Greece and Rome are found in the interior and outside the facade of the building. Late Baroque influences can be seen in the European motif cornice ornamentations. Anglo-Chinese architecture can be seen as Chinese interior decors are fused with English ones to form a hybrid style. Chinese geomancy principles were also implemented. The building boasts three main doors, as 3 is a significant number in the Chinese culture, signifying the cosmic balance of the universe which comprises of man, earth and sky. In conclusion, Kuala Lumpur Selangor Chinese Association Hall, although a mere empty vessel in which people gather to have meetings and discourse, has time and time again proven its pivotal role in the formation of Malaysia as we know it today, and hence is apt in being recognized as a national heritage treasure. Drawing from its involvement in history, politics, culture, and societal affairs, The hall has become a national symbol of inter- and intra-racial unity, an institute that champions the notion of democracy and the freedom of speech. Its grandeur neoclassical architecture resonates, a constant reminder of how we achieved independence from British colonization in the past and our constant strive for peace among society today. Until today, the hall's ownership still retains a strong Chinese cultural identity, preserving yet boasting of the rich Chinese culture we have in Malaysia through cultural practices. The prevalent use of Chinese characters and traditional Chinese ornamentations throughout the building, and hosting of cultural and non-cultural events catered towards the Chinese community. Today, Kuala Lumpur Selangor Chinese Assembly Hall continues to be a building of public relevance in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, still serving its purpose as a multi-room meeting space for the general public, various associations and political parties, and has undergone refurbishments to accommodate modern usage. Hence, it is only fitting that the hall is acknowledged for its intrinsic role in the rakyat's livelihood and gain recognition as a national treasure, so that future generations may inherit it and be aware of its importance in Malaysian history.